Well, hello people, welcome to the next Senpai. This time we will discuss the latest anime in the fall of 2022 that contains 3 genre elements or maybe a combination of the 2 of them, like Isekai, romance, and fantasy. One thing was sure, we have a characteristic with an overpowered main character, but being a superpower is not only with muscle strength, it can also be with a clever mind and brilliant strategy. Let's go straight to the video discussion without further babbling, and stay awesome. Let's go! The Eminence in Shadow. A teenage boy in modern-day Japan strives to be a prodigy who wields power from the shadows, but he's stuck and unable to reach his final goals in the real world. After the incident with the truck, he reincarnates in a fantasy world as Sid Kagano, where he keeps a masterfully average look so as not to stand out but instead pursues his desire to manipulate from the shadows. When Sid discovered that magic existed, he covertly began to train in magic, swordsmanship, and martial arts while keeping the appearance of a typical son and weakling compared to his older sister Claire. Sid decides to make a story in which he claims that the cult of Diabolos dominates the earth covertly and that his secret organization, Shadow Garden, is the only organization capable of confronting them. Alpha is a descendant of the elven hero who dedicated her life to repay his favor, becoming the first member to be recruited into his organization. However, the things Sid made up were genuine, but he feels it is all a dream. Sid continues to combat the cult of Diabolos as Shadow Garden, utterly ignorant that he is wrapped up in a complicated rebellion. Beast Tamer. He has always enjoyed playing with various animals, so he decided to follow in his parents' footsteps and become a beast tamer. So that's why he joined the hero's party to contribute with his abilities to society. But it's not the right decision. Rain Shroud is a beast tamer fired from the hero's party because of his inability to fight alone and less prominent war in the group. Rain decided to become an adventurer, exploring the entire world without limitations and earning money by completing every quest. When he joined the Adventurers Guild and began his trial missions, he rescued the girl who was cornered by Killer Tiger. Rain realizes that the girl belongs to the cat tribe, one of the strongest creatures. She has exceptional physical ability. When engaged in combat, the greatest of her power is concentrated in punches and kicks. She thanks him and introduces herself as Kanade. Kanade ultimately requested Rain to tame her after seeing his kindness and honesty. At that point, he meets his fate and has a momentous meeting with a meaningful companion. The previous His Hero party members all seem to carry a look of regret, because only Rain's power had been able to defeat the Demon King's troops. I have refined Chi for 3,000 years. Baikurun is a cultivator who has reached the highest level in the Chi refining sector. However, he had problems mastering the core cultivation technique of the Foundation Establishment realm. Within 3,000 years, he had difficulty mastering the technique and failed to get to immortality. Because of that, he had to suffer from bitter pills to prolong his life and can't flying in Chi refining realm. Over time, these herbs of everlasting longevity pills have become rare and hard to find because cultivators in that general can all reach Foundation Establishment realm techniques successfully with very easy. Baikurun is the world's most powerful cultivator, and many leaders of both righteousness and demonic cult recognize his authority due to his incomparable skill. Eventually, Baikurun learns that his failure to pass the Chi refining level is due to his unique physique, the God-envied body. His objective is to find information regarding the first person with the God-envied body to escape his situation. Reincarnated as a sword. When a quiet boy is killed in a traffic accident, he is reincarnated into a fantasy world, but as a sword, no recall of his identity but knows everything else from his prior existence. He has telekinesis, can fly well, and can learn skills by killing enemies. He pledges to continue fighting monsters to become the world's most powerful sword. The sword enters a woodland where touching the earth depletes his power. He is stuck for a long time while standing for his destined wielder. Fran, a black cat girl, is an oppressed, enslaved person who dreams of becoming outstanding. Fran had a miracle when she succeeded in raising the blade at the crucial moment when the mutant bear slaughtered her fellow captives. The sword transfers his abilities to her, morphing her into a formidable warrior who uses him to eliminate the monster quickly. The sword restored Fran's life, and she abandoned her reputation as an enslaved person to become an adventurer. They go on adventures to release the disadvantaged and bring justice when she proclaims him as a master. I've somehow gotten stronger when I improved my farm skills. Alwyn is the unique main character who dedicated his life as a hard-working farmer who prefers farming above anything else. Realizing that who blessed him with the growth boost ability, which could increase his farming ability to the highest level, he indirectly increased his attack ability many times more than a knight's attack power. He had superhuman physical abilities as well as perfect steadiness. His power to determine the condition of the environment had been strengthened and improved to the potential to see through anything. After destroying the jungle dragon by throwing it with a carrot, stopping the kidnapping of the royal princess and defeating the demon disguised as a royal advisor, for his life quiet and peaceful started to take a dramatic turn. Al is willing to assist the army, because if the royal town is destroyed, one will stop the distribution of his products, and he will suffer a significant loss. He insists on remaining aware that his primary profession is that of a farmer, and becoming a part-timer to be an adventurer on the side. Welcome to Demon School, Iruma-kun Season 3. After Iruma was sold his soul to the devil by his irresponsible parents, he finally started to get his new life at the Babel's Demon School and worked hard to increase his demon rank and win every challenge. It is the duty of all the students of the Demon School Babels to advance their ranks through this exam. Before that, Iruma and the member of the Misfit class managed to take down a magical beast that suddenly appeared at the amusement building called Walter Park, where now they were considered heroes in the Netherworld. The final first-year battle is coming, a harvest festival and the last chance for them to show their achievement at the music festival. But suddenly, the Royal One conveyed an additional rule: all students had to get a Dowlet rank before graduation. To help all students advance to the Dowlet rank, the Babel School has prepared special tutors for them. They often have to undergo rigorous and challenging training to improve their basic abilities. Iruma was trained by one of the prestigious professors at Babel's Academy and is a candidate as a hero in the demon world named Barbados Bachiko. She is preparing new powerful weapons for Iruma to reach the highest ranks, and the Harvest Festival is the perfect time to show off his newfound and improved abilities. I'm the Villainess, so I'm taming the final boss. A young girl who is critically ill has spent most of her life in a hospital, passing the time by playing dating sims. However, she died and reincarnated as the story's villain, Irene Loren Dautriche, in the midst of a scenario from one of these games. She remembers her prior incarnation, in which she played the game's original predicament. Knowing that Aileen would die in the regular course of events, she employs her extensive knowledge of the original game to avert her doom. The young girl, aware of her awful fate and desperate to escape it, will have to stop and tame the final boss, while at the same time his demon lord, Claude Jean Elmire, by getting him to fall in love with her instead. Claude is considered a threat due to his natural and tremendous magic power. He is being a respected king who strives to improve the conditions of his subjects, while still honoring the non-aggression agreement between humans and demons. She is portrayed as a conscientious, caring, and powerful woman who does not depend only on her understanding of the game, is politically astute, has a strong vision, and is a cautious strategist, all of which she uses to prevent risk to herself. Romantic Killer. When gamer Quite Girl is transferred to a world full of gorgeous boys, it says the girl's dream in the world. Of coursely, they would say yes. Ansu Hoshino, a high school student, enjoys a beautiful existence. She plays video games daily, eats junk food, and strokes her adored with a cat. But her perfect life is shattered when a mystical creature takes her to an alternate realm devoid of her favorite things. She's now trapped with gorgeous males instead. Anzu must participate in this other world to return to her regular life, so she unwillingly befriends Tsukasa Kazuki. He happens to be one of the cutest and most popular boys at school, and to make matters worse, she finds that he may not even be a horrible person. The humor in Romantic Killer comes from Riri's absurd and over-the-top romantic setups and Anzu's attempts to evade them. It's a creative and amusing way to play on the numerous cliches of a genre that has grown in popularity on Shonen Jump. The Daily Life of the Immortal King, Season 3. Wangling is an invincible existence with powers far beyond his control in the entire mortal world. But now that he's 16 at senior high school students, he had faced his greatest battle for save people he loved. With one challenge after another popping up, his plans for a low-key high school life seem further away, because Wangling is a reincarnated immortal emperor fascinated with obsession living in peaceful life. This third season, this anime tells the story of the aftermath of the destruction of the demon world, making the demon nation rampant and abandoned in the human world. Take Chance's exorcist group, the Ryoko family sent their eldest daughter Kunomiya Ryoko to study in the Faction 60 in Hwasha country. Ryoko must replace the holder of the top girl from Faction 60 and get rid of this legacy, in whichever way, including taking advantage of Sunrong's closeness to Wangling. In his journey, the main heroine shows how she has a close relationship with Wangling and perfectly understand whatever he needs. At the same time, the anime gradually turns out to be a romantic theme as Wang struggles with his newfound emotions for Sunrong. Sword Art Online Progressive, Scherzo of Deep Night. A legendary isekai anime blends fantasy and romantic genres where never disappoint anime lovers in every universe. In the middle of numerous praises for the Sword Art Online Progressive animated movie, and they are wanting to repeat the success of the previous sequel. The creators of the Sword Art of Online Progressive Aria of a Starless Night will continue to collaborate on that same animation studio, the base story that continues the adventures of Kirito and Asuna on the 5th floor of Einhard. It is highly recommended that you watch the previous anime movie sequels because they take the story from Asuna's point of view, and the author wants to many improvement in all aspects of the first season. From more complex levels to animated visuals that are more pleasing to the audience's eyes, the addition of new characters may make this anime movie a note for you to watch in the fall 2022 season.